hope hurts. And it may sound as if I'm taking the matter personally. See what I saw. The suspect allegedly beat the minor constantly and refused to register her in a school despite promising to enroll the victim. The police spokesperson said the case is currently being investigated, adding that the suspect will be charged to court soon. Coordinator of the National Human Rights Commission in Plateau, who followed up on the case, said the injuries on the body of the minor showed that she was subjected to torture. The suspect claimed the girl fell on her own into a bowl of hot water and ran out of the house without her knowing her whereabouts for more than 24 hours. She also said the girl was found in the building and taken to Kekon police station before she was moved to the hospital, where she died hours later. Now, how did they find out about this? Well, thank God for some good Samaritans. Our attention was called about the situation on Monday by a staff of the Josh University Teaching Hospital, who said that an 11-year-old girl has been seriously beaten up and injured by her guardian. On getting to the hospital, we saw several old and new scars and injuries on her entire body. We were told that she was taken to Mandela Hospital in Kevon, but was transferred or referred to the University of Josh Teaching Hospital due to the severity of her wounds. When we met the suspect at the police station, where she was initially detained, she claimed that the girl used to masturbate, and so she was beating her to serve as punishment to make her stop. She claimed she did not know what used to come over her each time she beats the girl, because she quickly regrets it after the act. The suspect also claimed that the disease fell into hot water, and afterwards she ran out of the house and did not return for almost 24 hours. Now, this is what a neighbor has to say. A certain Keneng John, neighbor to the suspect, he said it was not the first time the minor was tortured by her guardian, adding that they have reported the case to the police on several occasions. He also added that the suspect had been instructed by the police to return the minor many times, but she refused. This is where I want to stop and let us talk about the matter on ground. Visit the eateries on some public holidays, or maybe on Sundays. Visit some churches, even some hospitals. If you walk around the lot, you will find a woman, her children, and they help. Or a woman, her husband, her children, and they help. I put it to you that 90% of the time, you will be able to determine the biological children of that family. And you can tell who is the help. You can tell from the way they dress them up, to the way their body looks, to their physical appearance from the crown of their head down to the sole of their feet. From what they eat out, if it's a recreational center, you can always tell the difference between the biological children and the help. And one begins to wonder, really, that's my second question. Is it totally impossible to treat domestic helps like we would treat our own children, or like we would treat those who are dear to us? Now let's look at this from two angles, yeah? The possibility that this person came in as a help, help, you're supposed to pay for the services rendered, is on one hand. On the other hand, your relative's child now comes to live with you, and then you subject the person to carrying out duties as you would subject a maid to carrying out duties. So the person starts doing the job of a maid in your house. So it's either someone even your relative, who comes to live of treatment on domestic help. Some time ago, I had one of the like call them president, or like call them whose duty is to ensure to fight against abuse against children and women. And I think it was around the COVID-19 lockdown period. The chances that these children are even being subjected to more harm, seeing that schools are closed and activities are shut down, and some of these people cannot go to work and they are stuck in the same household with these people. I think some months back, I had him here again, and it was still centered around rights abuse of children. And today, we're still talking about it. 2022, November. So we've had these conversations several times. We've had neighbors report human beings to the police several times that someone is treating someone badly. We've seen videos. We've seen pictures. We have heard narratives. We've been told. We've frowned against them. We've spoken against them. We've stated how wrong it was for these things to keep happening. Why then do we keep having reoccurring stories of ill treatment on domestic helps, maids, or those people that are kept under your custody? 070 0923 0923 070 0923 0923. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages 0809 030 6416 0809 030 6416. Do well to turn down the volume of your radio set as you call, and also be audible so that we can hear you. Nigerian for. Good afternoon. Welcome to the sunny side.
Yes, thank you, my sister. It's a touching story, but then it will continue. You know why?
Why?
Because now this is happening to a maid. How do you know how many of these people who have been opportune to have money, the kind of treatment they meted to a gardener who are even family men, and even a driver who has wife and children somewhere. It's a natural wickedness on their part. I don't even want to go to the story of a maid, because it brings a lot of bad memories towards my end. I'm telling you about a gardener who, of course, you can know these people are not our family men. I'm also telling you about drivers. They will not pay, and imagine you step into their company, this is a driver and this is this. It is wickedness, and because most oftentimes they get away with it scot-free. So the Lord don't do anything. Check out in the next 12 months, that man will be free, and because nothing is being done to them, the rest will not learn anything. It's bad. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Do we have to do something to them before they learn their lesson? Oh dear, lost that call. But do we have to do something to them? I mean, this is basic. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. Let's try to draw this analysis together. Come with me. Children are forced to live with people who are not their biological parents for so many reasons. Poverty will remain the number one reason. Okay, I have so many children, care of all of them. Go and live with brother. Go and live with my sister. Go and live with that auntie in the church. Go and live with this person. Or I lose my entire family members. I lose my mother. I lose my father. I become orphaned. Okay, and the next best thing to do, rather than send me to the orphanage, is to hand me over to a relative to live with, right? And this relative is supposed to take care of me. Don't be expecting the kind of treatment that we receive from biological parents. But some way, somehow, we share some level of blood ties. Or maybe it's a distant, but then nobody forced you to live with me. You accept to live with me. You promise to enroll me in school. You do not enroll me in school. You do not feed well. You do not clothe me well. And then you treat me poorly and even subject me to doing things that I shouldn't be doing at my age, while your children are chilling, drinking juice, drinking yogurt, watching cartoons, SpongeBob SquarePants, what's the other one? Tom and Jerry and the rest. I'm not allowed to watch TV. I'm not allowed to go to school. I do all the work in the house, and then you torture me up until I die? Chukuma, welcome to the sunny side.
All right, yeah. So, my own take on this is that maltreatment is a form of a criminal, and just like any other criminal offense, you continue. So, but the blame, part of the So you start the 20,000 for the whole family is having a family size of and hoping to, take them to and to stay with someone, even at their minor age, 10 years, 7 years, with some of them asking for people who want to come and take one or two of them to live. So they are part of the blame. And I remember that there are some instances, maybe parents there, and the government also should stop that whoever is staying with a minor because of circumstances outside against the law, for a minor to go and live with someone when the parents are still there. But if there is any circumstance that will warrant that, the minor should, the government should be aware that this minor is staying with the person. Then on the adult part, an adult cannot that is about someone to be someone of 22 years or 30 years or etc. But if you are not being paid at that for what you are doing, I don't know why you are there. And you should be able to know when you are being maltreated, and which is actually a form of work for body of it.
All right, let's from Michael in Rumala. Hi, Michael. Welcome to Sunnyside.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is multi-dimensional. It's multi-dimensional in the sense that both from the angle of government and from the family, we have failed our duty. I say from the angle of government. The level in the first place should not and can never be a maid or a help to any family. That's an abuse on that child. I don't want to believe that in Nigeria, in this age, 2022, we don't have regulatory bodies that are in charge of ensuring that the children are not supposed to be with other families other than their own. We should have laws in place. Anybody that is desirous of any help should go officially. We should have agencies that are responsible, in giving out help to families. Because if we don't do that, it will continue. No matter what is done to this suspect, it will continue. We should try and enact laws and make sure you need to go through an agency to get any help. Because no matter how you look at it, nobody is going to regulate what happens in my home. If I'm maltreating my mate, nobody knows, except I've done something very bad that maybe a neighbor will report me. But if these people are registered, whatever I do, maybe there will be supervisors that will be checking periodically, maybe once in a week or once in a month, to check how these people are being treated, to ensure that we don't maltreat this maid. So please, I want to appeal. I will use this medium to equally appeal. Let the necessary agencies, government agencies, do the needful. We need to do something.
All right then.
I'm sorry if I have a little time. I want to equally suggest on the aspect of maltreating our health. You know very well a child that has left his or her home and is sent out as house boy or house girl already has this inferiority complex in him or her. That, because my parents have failed me, they can't take care of me, so they sent me out to go and do this. So you have to be careful in living with such children, because no matter what you do, they will just feel that, okay, if I was with my parents, you won't be doing this to me.
You won't be doing this to me.
It's multidimensional. We need to. I think we should look for a way to tackle this. Please.
Thank you so much, Michael. Hello, Reginald. Sorry, I lost the call with Reginald. Please call back. Nigerian, good afternoon. Hello. Nigerian, good afternoon to you.
Mr. Zion, good afternoon to you.
Mr. Zion, you're welcome. Go ahead.
It's really soul breaking. But let's look at the ingredient of this issue. People that are maltreating ourselves, to a large extent, most of them to be went out somewhere. That is the irony. So you find that what they are making today was a toxic behavior to receive somewhere, sometime in their life when they grew. If I come become down and I get house help,
But then, the person I want to show pepper or shombo or tatashi or yellow pepper.
That is the problem. That is always the end product of a collective set of people. They are not correct in nature. So everybody around them is toxic and poisonous. They just want to unleash the venom on everybody. Now that we have money, let us show them better. Until we start to penalize and prosecute such people, so that the set of people that will now become madam but have house help, they will now learn to take care of those people. So even the Bible said it clearly, the poor shall never depart from your midst. So no matter how our economy will become so, if you like, let us be working in Nigeria. There will be outside. People don't go to clinics, put them dead, until we start to appreciate the word of God and see the next person our responsibility. By the grace of God, I have to and take good care of them. Even working for me in my business place, they are my next person. I don't see them. When we start to understand, look, if you don't take care of next door neighbor, the crime that will happen to you is because of your omission, your laxity, that has occurred in your house, will not be able to achieve the purpose of a safe environment. Those who learn this, people that are growing up, you are hustling. This is your hustling, that you are not hustling for yourself today. You're hustling for your tomorrow and for the next next. That is my mentality. I'm telling you the truth. The reason I'm hustling is not for myself alone. The reason I'm being salary is not for myself and next door neighbor, and also they come close to me that needs help. Okay, we have to start by helping out the people in this kind of mentality. When they come to stay with us, it's even the privilege that reduce the burden. Now I am feeding you. Now I am clothing you. Now I have sheltered you. The burden have reduced. Now you will not be thinking that this person I'm sheltering will come and hurt me. Yes, even this person that is living with us will not have their own issues.
All right.
But we must learn to end some certain abnormalities now in our life.
All right.
Mr. Zion.
Thank you so much. Ida from Ankara, welcome to the sunny side. All right, let's go to some WhatsApp messages now. Hello, Denise. This is quite a heartbreaking story and also a reoccurring one. Why do people treat helps like animals? And the female folk are the most guilty of this. I hope the Lord takes his full cause. Big will. Send that in. Oh, what a sad story. May her soul rest in peace. There's nothing you can do to that evil woman. Very soon, she will be set free. Poverty, die. I just pray there's a law that can stop this devilish act. And this is from Mummy B. Good afternoon, madam. It is quite unfortunate and sad. I have a 17-year-old with me who attends a secondary session of my children's school. You will never know she is not my child or sister. It's really not everybody that treats people badly. My advice to women is to return any child you're not comfortable with. It is wicked to maltreat children. Our government really has a lot to do in terms of regulations and implementation of punishment. I know someone like that too. She's lived with this girl from infancy, up until when the girl could not even wash her clothes clean. You can imagine when a child is mixing red, yellow, green, orange and washing it at the same time. And she will wash the clothes of this girl and tell her, when you want to wash, you don't mix colored and white clothes. And as I speak with you, I know them personally. Nobody told me. I know her. She is currently in 200 level in the university. She eats from the same plate with the madam. She takes care of the madam's children still. She helps the madam in her business as well. Sometimes the madam can assign her to certain duties because the madam is a caterer. Say, okay, take care of this cake for me. She has lived with them all through. The children don't call her by her name. They call her auntie. And then they attach her name to it. And when you see her and you see the children, the only thing is that the age difference between the children, very much. But then, you cannot tell that this person is a help. Mira from Okrika, welcome to the sunny side.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I also want to add my voice that there should be agencies that control these things. Just like security companies, if you want security for your offices, you have to go to a security company to hire. So there should be agencies that control this. And so women that get easily irritated, you're easily angry at anything.
Or you don't know what comes over you. Like the case of this woman. They don't always know what comes over them.
See, they know what comes over. It's just that there are some women that are so impatient. They easily get irritated. When they correct you once, when they correct a child once, the next one is beating. So if you know that you can't control yourself, please get an adult help that comes to your house, do the chores, and the person leaves in the night. The person will go. Don't stay with another person's child. But when it comes to your own child, you are patient enough. You can correct your child over and over again, but when it comes to another person's child, you're easily irritated. If you correct once, that's it. The child should just get it. I can't understand. Thank you, Jeff.
Should we even have underage helps in the first place? What's the appropriate age before someone says, this is my help? I can understand if someone lives with you and you tell the child, do this, do that. It makes a lot of sense, right? The child is helping you. And in return, you're probably taking care of the child, paying tuition fees, looking after the child basically. But should the child be left to do everything? Should you have a 10-year-old child and another 10-year-old child with you, living with you, and your own 10-year-old child does, all the child does is watch SpongeBob SquarePants from morning till night, and the help is the one running around doing everything? Does it serve as a good example to your biological child? Should you be teaching your the other person living with you how to cut ugu, pumpkin leaves, how to cut water leaf, how to cut okazi, how to pound yam and fufu, and your own child doesn't know any of those things, and your child is commanding this other one, go and bring my food for me, my friend? Should you allow such things? Because that's what is happening. Should your child again, the child you beat that look? There's nothing you don't use. You use wire, you use ingari, and that's what people call it. You use anything with it. Sometimes you get into physical combat, like this child is your mate and you guys are literally fighting. Should there be that discrimination between the one that belongs to you or the one that is dead to you and the other that lives with you? Maybe not a domestic help. Some of you don't label the child a domestic help, even though that's what the child does. But between your own and the one belonging to someone else living with you. We're going to commercial break. I'm sure when we come back, I'll be able to read your final messages and probably take in some more calls. Okay, no break there. Let's take this call. Nigerian Info, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Edie,
Yeah?
honestly, I'm tearing upon hearing this pathetic news. This woman should be tortured. As in, they should gradually remove her nails from her skin, boil hot water, place her into that hot water that she has placed this little girl, so she could feel the pains this girl felt before she died. This is inhuman, for crying out loud. How could human being be so evil?
Men are come my later, but show you the why me. Men are come my later, but show you the why me.
Leadership OSV led by Ambassador Marvin Yobana, BOT chairman, cordially invite all politically conscious